Welcome to the Wonder Church podcast.
Okay, where do we begin?
Let's start at the beginning.
It was dark and warm, and I saw a light, and it was cold.
Okay, maybe not.
There was screaming.
Maybe not. It's that far back.
Welcome to the Wonder Church podcast. I'm CJ.
I'm Nicole.
We are starting a new life-giving church called Wonder Church in Eastside Seattle. Our vision is to plant churches and cultural epicenters around the world. We are starting right here in Eastside Seattle, and we really believe in people. We want to empower people to become everything they were made to be.
That's
and
right.
we really believe that begins by knowing the one who made us, by saying yes to Jesus, and then going from there into a life filled with wonder and awe of who he is. And we are starting this podcast. Our hope is to release a new podcast once a week. And we hope to, carry out our mission in this podcast to encourage you, to empower you to be everything you were made to be. And also to introduce ourselves to you. These first initial episodes will be a lot about our story, the things that God has done in our lives that have then helped create what will be the values and the culture of Wonder Church. And so we want to introduce you to that and show you a little bit about who we are.
Yeah. Speaking of who you are, I am a 9 on the Enneagram. And
I'm a 3.
For those of you who are familiar with that, it's the peacemaker. So I love peace. I love relationships and harmony and all of those kinds of things. But I've just recently read The Road Back to You, and it's just been really eye-opening for me of figuring out more of who I am. And I love that it is such a great conversation starter talking about the Enneagram.
Yeah, people like learning about themselves.
They really do, yeah.
And we do too.
Yeah, so that's been really cool. And for our team as well, to get to know them, have them take the Enneagram test and just learn more about them, especially if we don't know them that well yet.
Yeah.
I'm also absolutely loving living in Redmond. We recently moved here.
Oh, it's so wonderful here.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And just the whole Bellevue area is just gorgeous. So it's been a really fun, exciting new adventure getting to know the area. And the kids are loving it. We've got 3 kids. Lila is almost 4. Winston just turned 2 in July. And then Eloise is 7.5 months. So she is our pre-quarantine baby. She was born right before the pandemic hit.
Like a week or 2 before all the hospitals became locked down. We dodged that bullet.
Yeah,
it was
thank
crazy.
you, Jesus.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Something about me is I love education. I recently finished my master's degree from Northwest University in leadership studies. And that was an amazing journey, very transformative of my own leadership journey. And, let's see. 10 years ago in my undergrad is when I learned about church planting. And I learned that every single church that exists today started as a church plant. Yeah. And I learned that church planting is one of the most effective ways to share Jesus with other people. So it was kind of a no-brainer. Wow, well, let's plant a church someday. So this church has been 10 years in the making, and when we started, when Nicole and I said yes to planting, we didn't realize that we would be one of the few church plants to plant amidst a global pandemic, and having to innovate and be creative and taking on the challenge that, honestly, I consider it a privilege that we get to plant right now. It's so cool. Few people get to have this challenge, this calling. Yeah. So I'm so excited that we get to do this.
Pretty cool.
If you are looking for a life-giving church, if you are looking to be encouraged, empowered, if you would be interested in being a part of Wonder Church, we would love to have you. And you can email me directly at darthvader@wonderchurch.co, and we will get back to you and see how we can encourage you and empower you to be everything you were made to be. Also, it means so much to us if you would like and subscribe and share this podcast with others, and it helps us accomplish our mission, which is to empower people to be everything they were made